Food loss and waste is a global issue and is a problem for environment and social as well as economics.
It's a big challenge, but an increasing knowledge is available. So our challenge right now is that we have to put all these innovations to prevent food loss and waste on the market. So replicate them and allow them to scale up.
There are so many efforts to produce food. I mean, you need to plant it, you need to harvest it, and then you transport it from A to B, so long transport distances are involved. Then you need to store it, then you bring it at home, you cook, and you freeze even, and then it would be a shame if you don't eat the food but waste it instead. So we have all these efforts, all this time and work which is linked to this food production is in vain if we waste it. We need to cut down this food wastage because it's enormous.
We are dealing with the primary production stage, the processing and the retail stage. The communication among these food supply chain stages sometimes is difficult. It is difficult to forecast for the retailers, so think to the supermarket and the hypermarket, the right amount of fresh fruits and vegetables that will be bought by the consumers and the customers the next month, the next 6 months. And so they order too much, and sometimes they simply waste the amount of food which is not being sold.
The main objectives of LOWINFOOD is to test our portfolio of innovation, to check their functioning and their results in the real environment. And what we will do is that we will implement this innovation in real food chains.
Evaluating our wonderful innovations in LOWINFOOD, we would like to look in more detail in the efficacy of the innovations, so looking at the food waste amounts and how much food can be saved from being wasted, but also we would like to look at the social impacts our innovations have on the attitude, on the behavior of the people, but also on the jobs which will be created in the innovations and also in the surrounding areas. What we also want to look at is the economic side, of course, so it's a big issue to save costs as well. And the environmental part is not least important. There are so many emissions involved with food production, and if we can save food from being wasted, we can also save a lot of emissions, and this is our goal.
I think that innovations which are tested and upscaled in a LOWINFOOD project will be very valuable for the whole Europe and the stakeholders to see best practice examples.